YouTube is becoming more and more specialized. See, back in the day, even YouTube channels that had a niche were still pretty general, like the music guy. But now it's hyper-specified. You can watch a 40-minute video on how Tumblr gave Gen Z an existential crisis. Basically, in a landscape where there's infinite access and content, the best strategy for standing out is capitalizing on a specific niche and milking it for everything it's worth. I guess a channel like mine, who's all over the place, should just conform for the sake of stability, right? Fuck that. Make whatever you want. One of my main inspirations and someone who fully encapsulates making whatever you want is Donald Glover, or Childish Gambino. He raps, sings, acts, writes, and directs. In other words, he's making whatever he wants. His fearlessness gave me the confidence to start this channel I've been doing on YouTube for the past couple of years. And admittedly, that isn't a long time, but before that, I was doing music for about 5 years. And I remember the end of that 5-year period and feeling like I needed something new. I needed something to shake up my world, and that calling was YouTube. But I suppressed that feeling because logically, it just didn't make sense. I had just spent several $100s mixing and mastering my EP full of new songs, and all of a sudden, I wanted to go on a new venture when my experience with video making was limited at best. But obviously, I took that leap of faith, and I'm glad I did. I mean, yeah, there was definitely room for improvement, especially with the technical aspects, but it genuinely fulfilled me. However, my journey would not stop there. Yes, for over a year, I posted pretty much whatever I wanted to, but that was until I had multiple videos go viral around the same time. And those videos both shared one thing in common, that they were more of a video essay rather than one of my artistic or deeply personal videos. Which led me to believe I had found my niche, and that niche was video essays. At least that's what the numbers told me. As a result, I wasn't making videos out of passion anymore. I was doing it to try and go viral again. And in doing this, I failed on 2 fronts. First of all, those videos didn't even go close to virality, and most importantly, I had failed my inner creative spirit. At that point, I realized I had to deprogram myself from the Mr. Beast, chase the YouTube algorithm for all it's worth mindset, and get back to being the person that I was when I made the pivot from music to YouTube, despite all logical conclusions pushing me to stay in my comfort zone. Ever since I got back to my inner creative spirit, I've made whatever I wanted to, without looking back, without compromising anything. The truth is, I don't have a niche, and I don't want to fit into a category. I don't want to be the video essay guy. I don't want to be the artistic filmmaker guy. I don't want to be the gaming guy or the commentary guy. I just want to be me and make whatever I want. If I want to make a video about a close friend of mine, I'll do that. If I want to make a video essay about something important in our culture, I'll do that. If I just want to make a cool anime edit, I'll do that. If I want to make music again, I'll do that. And that's because I don't want a personal brand at the expense of my creativity. The reason why I dislike a lot of the popular modern YouTubers is because they destroyed what YouTube is supposed to be about in the first place. I mean, it's in the name. YouTube. Broadcast yourself. Make what you want, even if it's weird and kinda dumb. But they all turned it into this competition on who can have the highest retention rate, which makes everything formulaic, corporate, and soulless. And that's everything that YouTube and the internet at large was supposed to be the alternative to. I consciously understand that my method will be a more difficult road ahead than someone who pumps out the same material to the same audience every day. However, I think that life of producing slop content will be very unfulfilling in the long term. When you're on your deathbed, do you want to look back on your life as someone who gamed the system and made a lot of money? Or do you want to be someone who made whatever they wanted despite the obstacles ahead? The choice is yours, but I suggest following your creative spirit over anything else. A few weeks ago, I saw Childish Gambino live, and the way he gathered tens of thousands of people just from his relentless pursuit of creativity painted the picture in my head of how important it is to trust your instincts and follow your heart. And one day, I think I'll be able to say I did the same. And maybe so will you, but you won't know until you just make whatever the hell you want.